We're on, right?
Yeah, we're live.
I hope that disclaimer came up. Should I put I'm going to put the disclaimer back, just real quick. Just
so I'm going to read the disclaimer.
You don't have to read it. I think it's just good to show that we have one. You know?
All right. I wasn't going to do it. I wasn't going to do it every week, but I was just going to tell people I could read.
Pull up the disclaimer and read it where you are, and read it the way you want to read it. It seems important to you.
Well, it felt right at the time.
Here, I'll put it up on the screen again. Let me. It just takes me a while because it. I don't know why it's so hard. It's really, there we go. Do you see it?
Hey, you have All right. This is a comedy parody show. Cool. We're just having a good time. We don't condone any illegal activities. This program actually endorses a smart and a fun activities. So please like us. Do not in a weird way. Stoner Morning Show.
Hey.
Great. Just like you practiced it.
What's the name of that character? Not Pantalone. There's a name for that. What you were just doing. There's a Commedia character or something like that. What's his name? His name is
It sounded like Mario.
Yeah, he's like I'm a chef. I forgot the name of the character.
It's my go-to Italiano guy.
Yeah.
Really? I thought that was Spanish.
Okay. Well, my Spanish guy.
What? It's so funny that you were then offended, Lex. Yeah. Oh, okay. Sure.
Well, you know what? I've been hanging out with a lot of comedians lately, and we were, comedians. So we were in that world of like just talking with comedians and doing a little bit. You had that freedom to joke around more than what you would normally do, right? And they were getting racist on me with my Puerto Ricanness. But they don't know what a Puerto Rican is. They're Mexican. They were all Mexican racial epithets. And I was like, it was bothering me more that they couldn't just call me the things that they're supposed to call me. That's what I was bothered by.
That's really interesting. I suppose I would feel the exact same way, but it's always funny to me when people get mad at other people for not knowing things, or maybe it's my own fear inside because I don't know so much. Like it's very easy for me to confuse Scottish and Irish. I confuse Italian and Spanish all the time. I confuse
with like food.
just the cultures. They seem, in my mind, they're the exact same. It's because I'm ignorant. It's not because of anything to do with the cultures. I'm just dumb.
Oh.
And then at that point, people was like, "Well, educate yourself." There's so many things I don't know that I have to learn.
Yeah.
I'll never be able to please everybody.
Have to get educated on what to call somebody that you never want to use those terms anyway. It's like, what? That's not,
Yeah. It's so hard to. Why can't we just be wrong?
Wrong. I'm always wrong.
Yeah, I was going to say we're wrong a lot, Ralph. You might be wrong right now.
Exactly. Shit.
I was just thinking about the not allowed to be wrong thing, just I don't know, in terms of just like, I don't know, it's easy to think about those, like how society is working, how society is not working, just because of all the stuff that's going on at the moment. And I feel, and I kind of thought we are so hard on ourselves and each other for being wrong because our teachers were hard on us for being wrong. Like we were taught being wrong is wrong. That's, I think, part of where it comes from. And then it just gets like reinforced by people.
Huh. Yeah, I think there's something about it that makes us like really tighten up and want to defend ourselves, which I also really understand. But maybe it's why comedy is important, because it helps us to like laugh at ourselves and know that like, yeah, I don't know most things.
Yeah.
I've always found that. Oh, sorry, Ralph. I think you're done.
No, I should have been.
I always find that a lot of good comedy is talking about what is wrong in the world, but it's not a correction. It's more of just a highlight,
Here's the highlights of what's wrong.
Of what's wrong, yeah. Highlights of what's wrong, yeah. That's it. It's not a correction,
It's also interesting. I'm staying with. I don't know if you guys ever had this. I'm staying with Anya's dad, and it's always interesting. Like when you're staying in someone's house, just anybody's house that you're staying with. Like you don't know what their whims are. You don't know what you can say or do that can immediately make someone upset. You just don't know. You're in a minefield.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't know where the triggers are.
I got yelled at once at somebody's house for only pouring myself half a glass of water. They were like,
Really?
Sean, you can have more water. I was like, I only want half a glass. I'm giving myself how much I want. And they're like, you don't have to be polite. You can take more water. It was such a weird.
That is weird.
Let me have the amount of water I have or need.
God.
Hey, welcome to our post-Thanksgiving special. We don't have any guests lined up. We're just going to hang out today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anya might come in and hang out at some point.
That's
I also
cool.
got this guy next to me.
We're also we might try to drag on one of our fans too from
That might
Facebook Live.
Maybe we'll share what we had for Thanksgiving. Maybe that'll happen.
Ralph,
Yeah.
Maybe.
are you visiting somebody's house? I'm just curious about that. Sorry.
Me?
We moved so quickly from where are you? I thought you were in a van, but you're not.
We're in the van. The van has driven us to Pennsylvania, so we're at Anya's dad's house.
Can you say the city? Can you say it?
I'm sorry. Can I say what?
Can you say the city?
It's outside Trenton. I don't really remember the name of the city. Maybe
You're still close to the city.
Yeah, what's the name of it? I forget the name.
Don't go to Ralph about cultures or geography.
Wait, isn't Trenton in New Jersey, Ralph? You're in Pennsylvania.
I don't know where I am right now. I don't know. I feel bad sometimes about the amount of things that I don't know. Like Anya's whole family are scientists, and they're talking constantly about scientific and engineering phenomena. I'm just like, hey, you guys know that Quicksilver was on Avengers and X Factor? Like I don't know.
Well,
they're scientists or
Chris
movie
Evans played 2 Marvel characters. That's all I have to offer.
I think that takes me back to my point about how, because you feel bad about being wrong, but we are like reinforced to feel wrong. You don't feel wrong because you feel wrong. You feel wrong because of external forces making you feel wrong.
Because everyone else is so right.
Well,
yeah, I don't know. It's not even just wrong. It's just like having no information to offer. Like, because they're all like dealing with like real stuff, and I watched the movie Hook when I was 9 years old, and I based my entire life around it.
I get it.
I have
you're doing it, Ralph. You're doing it. You're doing it, Ralph. You're doing it.
I have an observation about Hook that's going to make people somewhat upset, maybe even you, Ralph.
Oh no!
And it's that I mean, it is a good movie. Hook is a good movie. It's fun and
Ish.
It's
like Purple Rain. It's like very flawed, but it is very watchable at the same time.
But it's but my observation is that through the course of the movie, the father takes these kids to this magical, wondrous land, and they learn how to love each other, and then they leave. Why do they leave? It doesn't make sense to me.
Sure. Yeah, I think I thought the same thing. I feel 2 ways about it. I feel like they have to go back because I think it's sort of a metaphor for being an artist. Maybe it's like your job is to take those lessons you learn and bring them back to the cold, unfeeling world.
I remember at the very beginning of the movie, he mentioned that he had an appointment at the dentist on Thursday.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, gotta get there.
Good call. So it's also about sticking to appointments.
Yes, important. Yeah, that movie was the acting debut of Gwyneth Paltrow.
Really?
Yeah, she plays one of the Wendy's when Peter keeps coming back to visit Wendy, and then Wendy's granddaughter is there, and then that's Gwyneth Paltrow.
Oh.
Entertainment news with Ralph.
Oh yeah, good.
These are the only things I know.
Give us feel free to drop any random movie trivia throughout the rest of the afternoon.
Yeah.
Is that for everybody or just Ralph?
Oh, I don't know. I don't want to take it. I don't want to take it away from Ralph. You know what I mean?
That's all I have.
Yeah. That's all he has. That's all the guy has. Let him have something.
Lex, what do you know a lot about besides comedy that we may not have encountered? Like, do you know a lot about gardening or cooking or politics or a martial art or
I know
fixing things?
Sadly, the Christian Bible.
Oh wow!
What are you?
It's true.
What are some of your favorite verses?
It's all wrong. Talking about things that are wrong. One of my favorite things is when there was I think it was Elijah was going up the mountain and a whole bunch of kids were like, "Hey, Baldy, go up, Baldy," and in terms, he wasn't just going up a hill; they were actually kind of wishing him death. But then God sent down 2 she-bears and murdered them all.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and I think about this when I think about it, I'm like, that's 42 kids with only 2 bears. So those kids aren't just sitting there waiting for him; they're running around. Like it took a while. I'm thinking it took a couple hours for those bears to chase down all 42 kids. You know?
Yeah.
I think 1 or 2 of them got home and were like, "Mom, Dad," and they're like breathing heavy. And then Timmy came, and then this bear just and then it's like, and then a door knocks, and the mom's like, "Hold on, let me get it." And she opens the door, and then there's 2 bears like and they just beat the hell out of that kid. You know?
I want to do one. You know what else happened? There was a kid who climbed up a tree and thought he was safe, and the bears were walking around, and then one of the bears nudged the other bear and then pointed up.
Oh shit!
And the other one nodded, and then they just both launched up the tree.
That reminds me of one of my favorite rap lyrics of all time. One of my favorite. This is a verse out of the Hip Hop Bible. It's one of my favorite rap lyrics of all time. I've never heard anything so menacing as this. There's a DMX line that says, he said, "Up in a tree is what you will be, like a cat. And I'm a dog at the bottom looking up at what's that?" Isn't that menacing?
Yeah.
Oh my God. When I heard that, I was like, I didn't realize somebody could write something like that.
I don't think it sounded menacing the way you did it. I think it sounded like something out of a kid's book. The way
you Dr. Seuss-esque.
Yeah, of course. That's my precious, gorgeous spin on it. But DMX made it sound so holy moly.
Can you do a DMX impression of that line? Can you do that line?
Would you be? Is it?
Can you do it in an Italian
Up in a tree is what you will be, like a cat. And I'm a dog at the bottom looking up. Oh, what's that?
That was good.
Yeah.
I wish I had the lyrics in my, because I don't know that lyric, but I want to do it in an Italian voice right now.
But at the end, maybe we'll save it at the end. It'll bookmark or bookend the show with your Italian guy.
Oh my God.
What?
Have you guys heard that the about the monolith they found in Utah?
Yes.
I heard a little bit about it. Talk about it.
It's crazy. So from what I was reading in the article, so there were 2 scientists that were.
I like that Jason likes to drop that he reads.
They were only for the show.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They were doing, I guess, a count of all the mountain goat in the area, and they happened upon it in this like remote part of Utah, and it's like in the rocks. I don't know if you've seen the picture. I sent the link to that, but it's it looks like exactly like the 2001 Space Odyssey monolith.
Sorry not to say exactly, but it is not exactly.
It's not black,
but it's reminiscent of it.
Reminiscent.
and it's like a solid piece of steel from what they're saying. It's like
Reminiscent is a very
12
good
feet
word
by
to
like whatever.
describe it. Good word, Lex.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's wild that
There's
it's wild that you know that reminds me of the fact that it's like it looks like something out of Space Odyssey. Yesterday I was walking through the woods in Pennsylvania with Anya's dad and Anya.
You think?
And I don't walk through the woods a lot.
You think Pennsylvania?
I think it's Pennsylvania. I'm not sure where I am, but we were walking through the woods. I don't walk through the woods a lot, but we were walking. It was a long hike, and at some point I was like, it just occurred to me like, look around, see if there's bears or deer or anything. Like at some point it just occurred to me to do that, and then within like 7 minutes a deer appeared right before me, and then like a whole fleet of deer came, and we didn't see anything before that, and I found it so strange that I thought only moments before to look for an animal. Like I don't know, it just reminds me of like 2001 Space Odyssey. Like what's his name, Stanley Kubrick. He probably imagine if whatever we found is real, but it's just something he imagined years ago, and it'll appear and it's real. How did he know that? Was there reports of something else like that before, or did he just? Sometimes I feel like just like with technology, like we imagine something and then 50 years later it's real technology that we use.
Yeah.
I go back and forth with the thought of like, we're not going to get exactly what we wanted. Like, and in a lot of ways we get better, like Star Trek, right? Like, they had just little tricorders. Sean said earlier, not in the show, but we were talking about like they have tricorders, right? But we have like iPhones that blows the doors off of a tricorder, I mean, a lot of it. I mean, it doesn't have that scanning ability, but if we had like, it has a. But you know what I mean, right? It's they couldn't even picture, they couldn't even exactly imagine it. But we are manifesting. That's what humans do. We're problem-solving monkeys that have the ability to connect with the ether and make an idea physical, right? So, I mean, that's what art is in a lot of ways. I mean, that's what I think the monolith is. I don't think it was just something that was found. I think an artist put it there, to be honest.
Yeah, but, that's what I was just going to ask you guys what you thought your take on that was, if it was, because all I know is Ancient Aliens is going to have a field day with this.
Sure.
Let's get physical.
I think, I've read a follow-up article about this, and we will get physical, by the way. That's a good tease for later.
Excellent.
But, so the people that found it, the goat counters, found it by helicopter, and they didn't tell anyone where it was. They just posted pictures of it, but the internet found where it was through Google Earth.
Like Shia LaBeouf.
Shia LaBeouf found it? Oh yeah, Shia LaBeouf was digging holes and he found it. And then what's that? Oh yeah.
People find Shia LaBeouf's camera thing. I don't know if you remember that.
I don't.
Okay. It was a pure reference. Don't worry about it.
But people have found it, and they found it's riveted together, and it's concreted into the ground, so it is man-made. It's like or aliens made it to look like man-made. I don't know, yeah. But so that it is like found art, but it's so cool that I don't know. It's so interesting that it's like people focus on different parts of the world, and it's like now we got to go there. You know what I mean? Like. Nobody cared about that specific spot on the planet until other people started caring about it. The first person who cared about it was the person who put the thing there.
Yeah.
When I was in those woods are so spooky, and I was like, there's video games that are made to feel like this. And I was thinking, like, what is that adding to the world? That somebody's going to notice this feeling and this scene and then completely imagine it, or not reimagine it, but like interpret it and convey it like via video game or a painting or something. Why are we doing that? What is that doing? You know what I mean? It's like that's adding something to the world, that's putting an energy into the world, and I don't know what it is, but we constantly do it.
Shared experience.
Yes.
What does that mean?
Well, it's that. So you went into the woods and thought of a video game, but other people could also perhaps think of a video game as well, and then you feel connected because a video game is something that other people are aware of. I don't know. So it's I don't know. Maybe it's tricking you into having a shared experience. But you also have then shared experiences where it's like, did you play that game? Oh, I played that game. Isn't that great? Or if you're in the woods with a friend and it's like, hey, it's like that game, you know?
I find the fact that you being uncomfortable in the woods is funny because I walk through the woods and I'm like la 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 and but when I'll walk on the streets of New York City and I'll be like,
Yeah, that's exactly what's going on. Yeah.
But
Yeah, like this family is like they're of the woods, and I'm just like that's one of the reasons I feel useless. I'm like, I'm from Brooklyn. I don't I have no and I'm wearing overalls. Like I don't know where I am geographically and spiritually.
But Jason lives in the woods, so of course he feels that way because he's always there, and always is that way.
The woods have never spooked you, Jason?
no.
What if you're there at night by yourself and you don't know where you
Oh, I
are?
would love it. I would love it. You make a fire, set up your hammock. And it also helps having a 90-pound like pit bull with you too.
I don't think I'll ever understand this. I wish I could. I wish I could.
Jason is all. I think Jason also forgets how big and scary he kind of can look.
Yes.
Like if he encounters something in the woods, usually he is probably scarier looking than it.
A lot of our viewers don't know that Jason's 7'3".
Yeah.
Hey, wait. The camera adds like 4 inches.
Yeah. Oh. Hey, Jero just posted a link to I guess some company makes tricorders.
Oh,
Really?
Well, they say it's the first functioning tricorder. This has got to be. There's no way.
I think I've read about this. It hooks up to like your iPhone or something like that.
Can it like tell you if you have cancer or something? Because I feel like in Star Trek they bring out the tricorder and they're like,
Oh no, I haven't seen this. This is crazy. What the hell?
Looks like a tricorder.
Look at this, fully functioning.
Does it make that noise? That woo woo woo?
Got to. How much will it cost? $250 only.
That's all. Everybody gets a tricorder this year.
What can I do with it? Measure the environment, scan radio frequencies, record audio, impress your friends.
Finally.
Yeah.
I want to bring something up because it's bothered me, and I've been thinking about it for days, and I want to know how everybody feels about it. What is this? So apparently, both these actors, John Voight and Randy Quaid, are both like Trump won, blah blah blah, and they're going on and on about it and ranting, and whatever. We all disagree with it. Cool. But there's a lot of like, they were never talented anyway. Both of them suck. Blah blah. And I'm just like, Randy Quaid and John Voight.
Yeah, Randy Quaid and John Voight.
What? John Voight was in Heat. Randy Quaid was in National Lampoon's Vacation.
Yeah.
Yep.
What are we doing?
I saw you talking about it on Facebook. It's disappointing. It's disappointing that this is what people just want to discredit everything because they want to be team something else.
It's so like what team are we on? It's like, yeah, I totally disagree with them too. They're completely wrong. But like John Voight was in what is it? What's the name of that? American I'm walking here.
Night Cowboy.
American Midnight Cowboy.
Midnight Cowboy, yeah, he was in Midnight Cowboy. Randy Quaid was in Independence Day. I'm just gonna list all the movies they were in. But like two of the best character actors to ever live.
So what do you think that's about?
It's exactly what you said, Lex. You're exactly right. I think
I have a comment. I think it exposes the and it goes against what we think about ourselves. I think it exposes how fragile our like perceptions are on things and how quickly we can change on people in a way, you know? And we don't think that about ourselves. I don't know. I think somehow it's like denying that we are sort of like so flexible, and because you know how people will say like, "Oh, Trump supporters are so easily duped by things," but like, I mean, just because you vote Democrat doesn't mean you're incapable of being duped. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you don't like,
I know this isn't the best, but it is true when I thought about it. But say we'll use the example of Louis C.K., right? Because I think it happens with Dave Chappelle consistently, right? Is when you have somebody walk a thin line like they do, like at least in comedy, right? Louis C.K. and David Chappelle, they're edgy. That's why they're considered brilliant too, is because they can navigate something that a lot of us can't do. And so when they do that, they all, to some people, they do cross the line, right? They do cross the line. They think it's overboard. But then the majority of the people go, wow, that was brilliant. That's amazing. That was so funny. They're so great. And then something like, say, what Louis C.K. did, and then they're able to, now everybody, they don't have the protection of the populace around them anymore. And nice butthole. Full butthole view.
Thank you.
It's a special Zoom feature, butthole view.
And so when you have they don't have the protection of the populace around them, and now those voices get louder and other people will join in, or at least allow, like, so I think people really didn't like Louis C.K. for a long time, or was always offended by something that he had said, some kind of joke that bothered them. They would laugh at, and that's the other thing, is that they liked him first. So they'll watch like a 30-minute special, 20-minute special, or maybe they'll watch 2 specials, and then they cross the line. And they're like, oh, I liked him, but now he said something shitty that hurts my feelings, so I'm not going to like him. If they didn't like him in the first place, it wouldn't matter as much. They wouldn't have the voices, but because they let him into caring about him. So everybody watched Randy Quaid drive a spaceship up an alien's asshole, and everybody's like super excited that he saved the world. And then he goes, and Trump, and then Trump something. And everybody's like, what? You saved the world and now you're a Trump fan? It's like, I think that's what I think that's really what it is they let somebody into their heart, and then they let that person let them down with their views, but they don't owe them anything except their art. Just appreciate the art. The other thing
you're making me feel bad though, Lex, because now I feel insensitive that people's feelings are hurt, and I'm not being sensitive to that. I'm just like I trying to like bum rush them with like, but that's not logical or whatever it is, and that's not nice either.
But they don't recognize.
Take it back, Lex. That's what I want you to do. Take it back.
Listen, it's coming from you. This is what I wanted to say. It's coming from you. You're already in my head, Ralph. Do you see this? You're already in my head, man. Coming from you, man. You're speaking to yourself, dude.
Whoa.
If you cut to the monolith right now, my face is projected on it.
I tried to spotlight it, and then by spotlighting it, I removed Ralph. That was bad on me.
Ah, shoot.
That's all right.
Yeah. I have a game that I want to play at some point. I don't want to play it yet, but I want to play it at some point. Okay. We'll try it. It might not work. I don't know.
All right. Well, so you just want to talk about the game, or we're doing it now?
I don't want to play it now, but I want to play it soon.
I want to. Maybe I won't do it right now, Lex. But at a couple other points, I'm going to ask you to tell us some more Bible stories that you're incredulous of.
Yeah. That's fair. What's the dog's name? We do need to know what the dog's name is and what's going on.
Yeah,
Dasha. It's a full-on boxer.
What's up, Anya?
Hi.
I love dogs.
Is that dog yours now?
No.
Hanging out with it.
Oh, yeah, this is their on his dad's.
There's always a dog hanging out with us.
Yeah.
What kind of dog is your dog?
He's a socialist.
Oh shit.
Jason froze. There he is.
What kind of dog you got, Jason?
Jason,
Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
what type of dog? It's a pit bull. I'll answer for
Yeah.
it. but,
Yeah.
It's a blue-nosed pit bull.
And
It's
he
the most
rescued it.
neat dog ever.
We can't decide on what breed of dog to get. There's a couple of things I'm partial to. I would like to have I kind of want a Great Dane, but they're too big for the van.
Those are huge.
I would like a Greyhound, but they're rare and hard to find, but they're very chill. I kind of want to have a Rottweiler, but I don't know if I can control it, and it might need more exercise than we can.
Get a bulldog.
Huh?
A bulldog.
A bulldog? How big are they?
Get a French bulldog.
Huh?
Yeah.
I used to have a French bulldog, and it was the best. He was just they're lazy. They don't want to move anywhere, and they're only about 30 pounds. So like as a puppy, the first year he was like, a little nutso, and then after that he just chilled the hell out and just sat around, and he was great, man.
Ralph, does that sound like your speed of dog? A 30-pound dog that just lays around and doesn't do anything?
Not really. I can enjoy it, but I don't want it. I want a dog that has some little bit of heft to it. A little bit could be a Greyhound, which is slender and tiny, but like I don't want a pocket dog.
Oh no, it's still a bulldog. It's still a bulldog. The French bulldog. It still has those in the faces in the. It looks tough. It just shrunk.
I'm not really into this guy either. I think like ideally what I would want to have, here's the thing. I'm very vain and shallow, and everything is based on looks. Everything is cosmetic. I want the dog that I enjoy, that I think is prettiest, and like if I could have any dog, it would probably be like a husky or something like that. But huskies are way too smart. They're smarter than me, so I can't have them because I'll take it as disrespect.
You want a show dog? That's what you want. I want
a dog that looks cool, but then that is also
Get a Bichon Frise.
I was about to say a Bichon Frise. I promise you, I was about to say Bichon Frise.
Hey, I'm saying Bichon Frise now. I just said Bichon Frise. What are Bichon Frises?
I don't know. Name popped in my head.
You have to show a picture of a Bichon Frise or whatever.
I think they're like.
No, that dog's like a poodle.
I'm not gonna be able to spell it. I'll look it up.
I want a Bichon Thawed.
Oh, geez, wow! I really spelled this wrong. But it's
French.
Bichonfrise.
I think it's nothing but Bitch.
Ooh.
I watched the.
I was like, ooh.
You don't want this dog.
That's the correct response.
You don't want this dog? Look at this dog.
No. That dog looks like it's in a 70s movie with John Travolta.
That was the original Luke Cage dog.
Oh, really?
No.
So it's spelled bitch on Frise or Faraz.
Bitch on fries.
Bitch on fries.
Hey, Burger King, I want 2 cheeseburgers and a bitch on fries. Oh, Anya had a thing the other day. Out of nowhere, she was like, go to Burger King, get a juice. Go to Burger King, get a juice. Go to the Burger King, get a juice. That's really funny.
You know what I want to bring back? I want to bring back wheezing the juice. Just that.
What?
Just wheezing the juice. Just that phrase. Wheezing the juice. It's from Encino Man.
Wheezing the juice?
Wheezing.
You know what?
I heard they're making a new Encino Man movie.
Who was in Encino Man? Was that what's his
Or
name?
they were pitching.
Fraser. That's what I was gonna say. I want to bring back Brendan Fraser. What did he do there?
Wasn't Pauly Shore in that too?
Pauly Shore, Brendan Fraser. And
Pauly Shore, Brendan Fraser, and
the Goonies.
from Samuel
Bilbo.
Sean Austin.
Wow. I didn't know this. I just recently learned this. Pauly Shore is the son of a dynasty.
of Mitzi Shore.
It's Mitzi Shore's son. Holy shit, man. That's crazy. And my you guys, I don't know, I had just started getting back into them when I was recording, trying to get my lab together. That's why I say, what do I say on there? Sure.
What do I say?
Totally major.
It's gonna get totally major.
What do I say? Ralph's catchphrase is, what do I say?
Yes.
That's a great catchphrase.
Oh,
Who is that?
That was me. I pressed the button.
oh.
Hey, you're right here too.
Yeah, I'm right here. I'm on Lex's
What?
wall.
Oh, you're on the wall.
So have you guys read any of those articles I sent over?
I read like 3 of them.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I read the headlines. That's what I do with news.
I didn't read any of them, but I figured we would talk about them. So we have 3 versions of having read them. Ralph has read them, Lex did headlines, and I've read nothing.
I listened to a
I like them all.
podcast last night with Andre 2000, and he said in the podcast, I don't read. I really don't. And I want to post that online and see if people roast him. There's a weird thing about whether or not we read or not. It's like,
What happened to your microphone? It looks
shit. I'm ready to go down.
There's covering.
How about now?
That's better.
Oh, shit. I just had my finger on.
Well, so what were you saying?
I don't know if it's good anymore.
Andre 3000 can't read anymore.
He said I don't read. I really don't. And I just thought, like, people are gonna roast him for that. But like, there's so many other ways to get information now.
Yeah.
Maybe he means he doesn't
I'm
read
alone in
books,
this.
but he does read stuff on the internet, I guess. I don't know.
I don't think we count that, which is funny.
Yeah.
We don't count internet reading.
I usually read like stuff quick enough that I can like read in the bathroom when I'm on the toilet and just like read something really quick. So if it's longer than that, I won't read it.
Those are my 2. I've gone through huge books just reading it like that. Those are my 2 best reading spots. Well, one of them is the bathroom. The other one is the train. It used to be the train.
Don't mix them up.
Yeah.
I used to read I used to be on the train when I did Long Island going into the city, but I had stopped reading for a while, and it was such a pain. I liked reading. I realized I wanted to start reading fiction stuff, so I tried to read some suggested books that people gave me, and they were just so disinteresting, and so I just gave up. But I knew that it's like you do need to read for your own like mental health, so I started reading Star Wars movies. I mean,
Why do
like
people
Star Wars
say that,
books.
by the way? Why is it that you have to read for your own mental health? Everyone says it's true, but why?
The doctors say it, so I just trust them. I don't know why COVID's ruining the world, but doctors say it, so I just do.
The doctors told you that you should read for your mental health, and so you were like, I guess I'm going to read Star Wars books.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
What Star Wars books have you read?
I read, that my favorite one was called, I think his name was Thrawn.
Mm-hmm.
THAWN.
Uh-huh.
And it was about this like guy who's a blue. It was like a 3 series of about what he did. He's just like a super smart guy. And he was bad, but he's not bad. He's just pragmatic. And, he was a general, and he came from the outskirts of the galaxy.
Ooh.
And he just like worked his way up to being like a super badass leader dude in the Empire, but he wasn't like a particularly bad dude. He was like a co-worker of Darth Vader. They would talk with each other by the coffee machine, they just get coffee together like, wow, this shit, those rebels,
Lex sounds like a good dad, but a dad who's bad at telling bedtime stories. Like overworked, he just got home, and like the kid wants to like hear something, and then Lex is just sort of like, so there was a blue guy, he was a not bad guy, but he was a coworker of Darth Vader's.
What is the last book that everybody read? I want to know.
Oh, I'm reading a book now that a friend sent me. It's called On Tyranny. lessons.
Oh shit! I think I've heard of that. How is it?
Lessons learned from the 20th century. It's pretty good. It came out 3 years ago. I feel like I maybe should have read it before this year. I feel like I'm catching up. But
what's the author's name? I know of this too. Oh, you don't have to get it.
Probably Shel Silverstein.
I'll just look it up. I'm only like 50 pages in it. I don't know. It's like On Tyranny here by Timothy Snyder.
Yes. And it's like I heard that it's a book that we should all read because it talks about like the growth of fascism, right? Like we're prone to human nature going towards that. It's like something we're always going to deal with.
I haven't got to that part yet, but
there's a biography right now out of Anna Wintour that's also called The Growth of Fascism.
Fascism.
Oh no.
We've all turned into dads somehow. This talk bothers.
You know what's a good book, Ralph, if you ever want to.
Yeah.
It's called The Good Book. And
what's one of your favorite stories from there?
Jesus wrote it.
You know what we should do? We should come out with a book. It doesn't even matter what's in it, but the title of it should be "You Gotta Read This Book."
Oh shit, that's funny.
I know if I ever wrote a book, or when I do write a book, it's going to be called 17 Weeks on the New York bestseller, whatever. Yeah. New York Times bestseller list.
That'll be the title of it?
That'll be the title of it.
Wow.
I know we could put all our memes in there.
That's essentially that bit that you're talking about, Lex. That's what Adam Sandler did with 100% Fresh.
Wait, Seger? I'm sorry.
That's what Adam Sandler did with 100% Fresh. Because every movie he does gets terrible reviews. So he called his special 100% Fresh.
That's smart. I didn't even get that. I didn't even make that connection.
Oh, I saw it. Oh man, I was like, that's how I know. I was like, this is probably going to be really good.
Yeah. Can we play my game now?
Yes,
absolutely.
Yeah. All right. I did talk about it last week, but
I'm gonna listen. Can I listen as you tell? Because I got to get some water, and I'll listen to you explain it.
You can listen as I explain it. Yeah, sure. So, but it's called "Is This Gross?" I'm just gonna send each of you photos, and then it just you react on whether if it's gross or not. Should I send?
Okay.
Should I send these individually or should I send to everybody?
Yeah, I want to go first.
Okay, I'll
send. You share them when you send them?
Yeah, I'm gonna send it to. Well, I'm just gonna send it to Jason. Only he's gonna see it.
Okay.
So it's just he's telling us if this is gross.
Nice.
Are you sending this to me?
I'm a little scared, but I trust you.
I'm sending it through Facebook. All right, Jason's first.
Okay.
Send him a photo. Just react to it.
Ew. Ew, dude.
Gross, right?
Oh, it's nasty. It looks like potatoes.
No, don't describe. I want to see this.
Oh, this is only for Jason.
But you're gonna get a different picture, Ralph. You don't get.
Shoot.
You're gonna get a different picture.
Or it might be the same. You don't know, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Ralph is next. Okay. Hold on. All right. Oh, geez. All right. All right, Ralph. Is this gross?
Mine is gonna see it too, so we're gonna get a consensus.
That's fine.
I'm good.
All right, I sent it through Facebook.
Oh, through Facebook. Okay.
Yeah. Did you think I was just going to zoom it to you?
Yeah.
They're emotionless.
I don't really think it's gross, but
it's not gross.
Yeah.
Does it look like potatoes?
Kind of.
It's a different thing. All right. Okay, that's fine. All right.
Sean.
Yeah.
I just sent you one.
Oh,
Is
No.
it gross?
I hope that you're pulling your sack back. I really do.
Open it up.
all right. This is for Lex.
Why do I think Sean would send something sophisticated, and I think Lex would send a picture of him pulling his sack back?
Ooh. Stack back. All right, Lex. This is you.
I'm looking at it.
Okay.
You look pained.
I like it. I like it. I wouldn't eat it. I don't even know if I could describe it. I guess I could, but
That's real. That's a real thing.
wait, what do you mean it's real? That's art, right?
No. That's real.
That can't.
Yeah.
Did that get pulled out of somebody?
Yeah. I found that on a medical oddity website. That's real.
Like a tumory kind of thing?
Yeah.
What I should have done is when I saw mine is a move that a buddy of mine named John Rivera, a high school friend of mine, he was really funny. And he would always do this. Whenever you'd tell him something, he'd go like this.
The handshake.
Yeah, just a slight hand in front of the mouth and then slight shake. It's such a classic move.
Here, I'll send this.
love it.
I'll send this to everybody. This is the last round, and I'll send it to everybody. So everybody. gets one. Is this gross?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is.
Oh,
I haven't seen it yet.
Someone's got to clean that up.
I'm gassy. Sorry, I shouldn't have said
never-
that. Oh no, that is gross.
that's a lot. And since it's everybody, we tell the audience, or we could put this in the maybe in the chat, like after, like.
No, I don't think they should see it. I think they should just see our reactions.
Hmm?
They can see their own gross things. This is for us.
They can send it along and just guess. It's like the box in Pulp Fiction, right?
Yeah.
In
Oh,
the
yeah.
bed. Man, that's a lot. That's a lot, Sean.
I know. I know.
Lex, what Bible story does this make you think of?
That looked like I mean, where they got the name Armageddon was they had, wasn't it like Jason might know this, or you might have. What they had Sheol, right? There was a mountain where they throw
Megiddo.
Megiddo, yes. See, I knew Jason paid attention once in a while.
I read.
Megiddo, there was like a big ditch really close to Jerusalem where they just had like a burning fire. That's where they threw their garbage.
Oh, hold on. This just in. When you sent me, is this gross? I just saw the text. I didn't see the link. I just clicked on the link.
Oh, so let's see your reaction.
I'm seeing it now. It's gross, but it's like, I don't know. I don't think it's like, I don't think I would panic, if I saw that in real life.
What if you had it?
I think I would be I think I would keep pretty, I don't think I'd be in shock, but I wouldn't be able to not handle things,
All right.
Yeah, but it's gross. It's like it's not fun. Let's put it that way.
It's not fun.
Something's
Megiddo.
wrong.
That's as deep as I go in the gross world. I don't like going too deep. Megiddo was it was just like a big tire fire that went on for hundreds of years, and they used that as a way that they talked about Armageddon happening.
That's the Bible. There's the Bible. There's a tire fire in the Bible.
It wasn't called a tire fire, but that's where they got the term Armageddon from. Was from a place close to Jerusalem called Megiddo, where they just had a giant. I say tire fire because tire fires are known to just burn forever, right? For like super long time. And that's what Megiddo was.
Oh.
I would like to I always thought for years I thought about doing like irreverent retellings of Bible stories.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Like I would do, you guys all know the story of Judas, right? He betrayed Jesus and then for 30 pieces of silver, then he killed himself.
Heard it.
Heard it. Yeah. I would like to do Jesus being like, he killed himself? I would have forgave him. How do you do that? All right.
Yeah.
Hung himself.
This might blow your mind because you're Christian, Ralph. Right? You're still Christian.
I'm religious. Yeah, I'm Christian.
Oh, religious. Okay.
I don't know. No, I say like this is a habit I have. I say the worst thing about myself that I know somebody else would say, just to be like, yeah, it's true. Like I would when I still will call myself a hipster because I know nobody likes to be called that. I'm like, yeah, I'm a hipster.
Yeah. I read the book of the Gospel of Judas. They had a book at the time. The Gnostics were a faction of, I don't know, GNOSTIC, right? And
we're
so
talking
there was a book.
Gnostic Gospels over here. We're talking about
Yeah. So Judas Iscariot had a gospel, and it was interesting. It flipped the whole script, and honestly, in a weird way, what it's like fan fiction. Yeah, they flipped the script, man. No, it's like fan fiction. It was pop up. You know, like you open the page and you actually see Jesus rise again. You know?
Oh my God, that's good.
So the deal was, remember, like the deal was that Judas Iscariot was then Jesus's best friend, and it kind of makes sense, right? At least this is what I think, is if Jesus was the dude he was, and I do think it's kind of shitty if Jesus was knowing that he had to die for everybody's sins, like if that was the end game, right? You're gonna have to die and sacrifice yourself, then you would go and tell your best friend and be like, listen, this is the game plan. This is what it's gonna have to be. Is like, you're not, and you're going to be punished for this. They're going to all say that you were a betrayer and stuff like that. But I need you to go get the Romans to kill me. You know, they have to go. They got to throw me up. This is the game plan. I have to die for the sins. So for him to go and do all that, he actually trusted his best friend. And the people who shit on Judas Iscariot were actually jealous the whole time of his relationship with Jesus. It at least makes me feel better, because it was one of those things that always bothered me when I was a Christian and I believed in the story. Was like, why would Jesus let his best friend be, or not his best friend, but one of his best friends? It's like one of you guys going and just like, you know, I don't know, banging my girlfriend or something like that. You know,
or snitching on you.
Snitching.
Yeah.
That's my favorite quote of the Bible. Stop snitching.
Mm-hmm.
Stop snitching was a good one. Yeah, that's Timothy 3:17, right?
Mm-hmm.
Third Timothy.
That's the Snoop Dogg 187.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
I say biblical scriptures like Trump does, by the way. He's like, yeah, that's my favorite scripture. 2 Chronicles.
I was thinking about that story because I'm always like, well, Judas just wouldn't have killed himself. Jesus would have probably been like, whatever, man.
Yeah.
You know, that's the.
It had to be done. That's the weird thing. It had to be done if you're gonna buy the whole deal, right?
Yeah.
It had to be done.
Hey, Lex, did Judas's gospel end with, was it the last sentence? Hey, I gotta go do something.
I'll be right back. And then he winked at Jesus. They just winked at him.
There's this last thing on this topic. I always thought about doing a West Coast gangbanger retelling also of that story, and having Kendrick Lamar play Jesus, and then he gets betrayed, and then when he's on the cross and he's dying, I want him to say, "Forgive them, Father, they tripping."
Then Kanye should be God.
Kanye should be God.
Yeah.
Maybe a God. I don't know if I'd have somebody play God.
Kanye's God and Jesus.
Let's get Kanye to play God.
Yeah.
You'd do it.
Play God. I would like to. West Coast. Well, it has to be someone from the West Coast. Well, no, it could just be any rappers. I have other rappers in mind.
Yeah.
Snoop Dogg could be Moses, because he goes and meets the burning bush.
Who's the burning bush?
Snoop Dogg.
Moses.
Snoop Dogg, burning bush. Oh shit!
I like that. It with Anya whispering. It sounds like she's giving Ralph answers.
I need them.
Yeah. Jason, what should we do next? What do you want to do?
We can talk about some more news.
Do it.
Oh yeah, we can. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to remind everybody that I was promised later that we would get physical.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's right. Nice.
Well, you could hug Anya or the dog. You can. Yeah.
You're the only one who's not alone, so you're the only one who can get physical.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Let me tell you guys this story real quick before we go into news. When Anya and I first started dating, I went into there used to be a Thai restaurant around the corner by the pit, and I went in there and with Anya, and then the waitress looked up at me and she went, "Oh, you're not alone today." Anya says that to me all the time now.
Brutal.
That's exactly what you don't want to hear in front of a person that you're possibly going to date.
Yeah, I guess. I you're only now making it occur to me that it wasn't embarrassing. Let me be clear. I don't know if it was embarrassing. It might have been like, I don't know.
But it's the kind of good thing that happens in front of somebody that you actually do like. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, I wouldn't have wanted her to say, "Oh, here's another one."
That's
You know.
That's true.
Because then I would have been like,
So Anya, so you wanted to meet a lonely guy.
Yeah, because then you get to feel like you're the only special thing in his life ever, and that's nice.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Teach him how to love again.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Teach me how to love again. I'm a grizzled drunk who got kicked off the last one.
You know what I think is a funny trope, like TV and movie trope? It's like when there's like a robot or an alien that doesn't know emotions, and they come to Earth and they're so fascinated by humans and their emotions. But it always feels like it would be better to be the thing discovering emotions. You know what I mean?
Huh.
Like
yeah.
It's always like more like, oh, this thing you have called love. It's more interesting to be the person fascinated, in a way, than the person is just sort of like overcome by emotions. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm pissed off.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
But it also doesn't work because the only way you can be fascinated by something is if you have emotions.
I agree. Yeah.
Well, that's why Spock was just like interesting. That's it.
Yeah.
But then suddenly it's like in the movie Pleasantville, which I didn't like that much, but I think about it all the time. It's like, interesting. But then you see pink on your sweater and you're like,
Hey, do you have any Pleasantville movie trivia?
Do I?
Yeah.
I don't even know who directed that movie. Who directed that movie?
I don't know.
I know who's in it. Jeff Daniels.
Okay.
Tobey Maguire.
This is not trivia at all.
Who else is in it? Isn't Witherspoon in it?
Yeah, I think
That's all I know.
The mom from the other thing.
Allen is in it.
The mom from the other thing, I think, played the mom in that.
Okay. Deep trivia.
It's true. Talking about movies is trivia, I think. It is trivia.
Pleasantville. 1998 it came out. God.
Damn.
Old.
Directed by Gary Ross. Okay, I have no idea who that is.
I don't know. Here's another piece of movie trivia. I saw Ant-Man in the theaters.
Whoa, you're the one.
Yeah.
Wow.
What are those?
Huh?
What are those?
Ant-Man?
Ant-Man. They're half
No,
man.
No, the theaters.
Nice one.
I went to the movies in Thailand. I've been to the movies in Thailand this past 2 weeks. I think it was 2 weeks ago. I went.
What did you see?
I went first. What did I see?
COVID.
I saw a movie with Qui-Gon Jinn, and he was like a guy who robbed banks, and he fell in love with a girl. It was Honest Thief. It was called Honest Thief with Qui-Gon Jinn. I don't remember his name, and Leslie Nielsen.
Oscar
And
Schindler.
yeah, Oscar Schindler.
Yeah.
And but this is more what was. I mean, the movie's fine, but the weird things that they did were they had a video played, like a minute-long video right before the movie starts. Everybody had to stand up. I didn't know. Everybody stands up, and then they played like a video for the king.
Yeah.
And they were like, thanks, king. And then they got to sit back down and watch a movie. And then it was really nice. It was like super nice theater. And popcorn was like how much popcorn costs.
Oh.
It wasn't like an 800% markup. It was like
50 cents.
It was like normal popcorn and good popcorn. They had flavored popcorn. I had like a caramelly type popcorn. It was like $1.50, the equivalent of like $1.50.
Nice, like super nice theater. And
oh, we're looping. We're in the future.
Looping.
Oh, not anymore. I messed something up. That was my bad. We have a commenter named Cecilia who says hello from Wilmington, Delaware, which is where President-elect Joe Biden is right now.
Yeah, we should talk to her. See if she wants to come on.
Cecilia, send us a message if you want to come on, and we'll send you a link. Because I want to know if because you guys know, well, Ralph knows. New York went crazy when we all knew because we were all together. New York went crazy when the election was called. I want to know if Wilmington, Delaware went crazy. You know, because that's where Joe Biden is.
Whenever I hear Delaware, I think of when Wayne and Garth got green screens, and they were like, "We're in Delaware."
Oh yeah. I bet it's fun. I bet it's funner than we think. Is my
Delaware.
guess.
I'm looking at the comments as well. And a lady named Cecilia Villalobos says she wants to meet a lonely guy. Well, you can't meet me. I'm not lonely anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
That's not true, Cecilia. I would still like to meet you.
Are there any lonely guys here at the moment? Let's check in. Any lonely guys?
Okay, I actually have a girlfriend now.
Oh yeah. I guess I'm half lonely.
I'm never lonely when I have this guy.
Yeah. Jason's never lonely because if he's just happy in the woods by himself at night. That's
Yeah.
Unlonely.
Yeah.
With
A big old bear in the woods.
You know what would be a funny thing for Jason to do is if we were all in a car, or if he was just in a car with other people, and it was like a dark road in the middle of nowhere, kind of moonlit night, and at one point Jason just says, "Hey, pull over here," and they pull over, and then he just gets out and disappears into the woods.
That's it.
That would be funny.
You guys, I don't know if you guys understand that this dog is one of the most excitable creatures I've ever seen.
Why don't you get one of those dogs then?
We don't have I don't think we have the energy for it.
What is his name again?
Sasha.
It's her. It's her. Her name is Dasha.
Oh, Sasha.
Sasha with a D.
Dasha with the D.
Wow. Jason is drinking huge water.
Let's see it. Hey now.
Wow.
Just a mason jar with a lid.
That's how I drink water. I drink water out of at least a mason jar size. I don't want to do 3 fills. Give me all the water at once.
No.
This is bullshit.
Yes. Yes.
That's what hipsters do. Mason jars.
Why do we do that?
Well, mason
They're easy
jars,
and they come in a top.
mason jars are great for transporting soup.
Really?
If you ever want to take soup anywhere, put it in a mason jar. But it will not leak.
Yeah.
Can I want to show you guys. Wait, just hold that thought for like 30 seconds because I want to show you the opposite of what they do here.
Oh,
Wait,
this should be interesting.
you're going to show us the opposite of what they do there.
Wait, no, I mean the opposite of what a good idea is with mason jars and what they do here. This is how I bought soup today.
Yes.
Oh no. Oh
no.
no.
Literally a rubber band to stop it.
It looks like, hold that up again. You know what that looks like? It looks like you bought a goldfish and the goldfish exploded in there.
Yeah, goldfish juice.
Yeah.
I don't know what I ordered, so it could be blended up goldfish. I
Wow.
don't know. But
Is this gross? Wow.
That would fill me with anxiety.
Is that
it
hot?
does.
Is it warm?
Not right now. I put it in my refrigerator.
Oh.
I'm gonna eat eat it for breakfast tomorrow.
So they
How do you heat it up?
I don't know yet. I'm scared. It's terrifying. Everything here is scary. I don't know how I got this in the first place. To be honest, I thought I was ordering something else.
they just so they handed you a hot bag.
Yeah, it was hot when I got it. It was a hot bag like this. Here.
To be fair, all four of us.
Weren't you at your show? Wasn't your show in a strip club?
That was last night.
Weren't you at your show? Yeah.
Last night. Yes.
So you brought that home with you last night, right?
Oh, I didn't get this. Did I say I didn't get it last night?
Oh,
I
thought
got
you-
it. No, if I did, I didn't mean it. Or maybe I did it before. No, I had it. But I'm gonna eat this tomorrow. It came hot with some other food.
Hey, I got some food to show you, and then I want you to guess how long ago I got it.
Okay, that's good.
While we're doing that, I'm gonna tell you boys what I had for breakfast this morning: homemade Cinnabon.
whoa!
Yeah, it was way too.
I'll tell you what I had for breakfast. I ate my last edible from 305 Feel Goods.
Damn.
So it was like a 350 milligram brownie.
What?
I've been high all weekend. Yeah.
350 milligrams, Jason.
Yeah.
350 milligrams.
Wait a minute, and you're just telling us now?
That and I just blew a big blunt too.
You're so high, Jason, that light in your room isn't even on right now. You're doing that naturally.
That's me.
It's emanating from him. All right, here, I'm gonna show you some food, and then you guys tell me how long ago I got it. Wheat Thins.
2 years ago.
Nope. This week. I think it's this week.
I've seen them. They were in your closet when I was there.
No, they weren't.
So
That was 3 months ago. No, they weren't.
yeah, they were.
Well, Lex is close.
I think Sean likes Wheat Thins. I think Sean likes Wheat Thins, and if you saw a box, it was not that one. It was a.
Well, I actually got these because it was on sale.
Black Friday.
All right, let's get another one. Let's get another one, Sean. You got,
I didn't give you the answer. It was Tuesday. I got this on Tuesday.
This week, I win. Boom.
Another one?
You got anything else you got?
Oh, yeah, I got another thing. All right.
Get 2 or 3. I do like, this is actually a weird game that I would like. I like it.
We played Pictionary last night. I don't like board games. I don't like any
That's
board.
the thing, you weren't playing Pictionary. I mean, like Pictionary is not a board. You consider that a board game?
There's a board and there's dice.
Board game on Pictionary?
Yeah.
Dice for Pictionary?
Yeah, there's a board and there's dice. You got to roll. You're trying to get to the end.
Do you roll dice and then there's a picture of an airplane on it and then you have to draw an airplane?
That's exactly what it is.
Whoa. All right, here we go. Coffee. When did I get it?
Ooh.
3 years ago.
Come on. This is
No,
impressive.
I'm going to say after Jason left you 2.5, 3 months ago.
Well, yeah. Okay.
No, I'm saying about like a week after Jason left you.
Okay. All right.
No,
Okay.
probably when I was there. 3 months ago.
All right. This coffee has been in my apartment for a week.
Ah.
Got it a week ago. All right. Here's this. Cookies.
A week ago. You went shopping a week ago. We just no. All right, those are cookies?
Yeah.
What kind of cookies?
They're like
There's a date.
they're like apple flavored sugar cookies.
Ralph, you got a guess?
You
2
got
weeks.
those. I want to say 2 days ago.
Tuesday.
No. I'm going to say 3 years ago.
3. Wait. Next week. Jason, you got a guess?
2 weeks ago.
Yeah, you got it. 2 weeks ago.
Nice.
Good. All right, this is the
Hey.
last. This is the
Last
last
one?
one.
Here,
Okay, this is the last one. Frozen ground lamb.
Ooh, lamb meat.
oh,
Frozen.
you got that yesterday.
No.
2
This
days
was an
ago.
old one. This is a while ago. You got to be in a mood to get lamb.
Hold
He was
on.
in the mood to buy lamb, but he hasn't been in the mood to eat it since.
Well, hold on. Here's what it says on the front. No antibiotics or added growth stimulants, if that helps your guess.
Yeah, because that was invented in the last 70 years. So I'm gonna go 80 years ago.
Okay.
80 years ago.
That's ridiculous. I'm gonna go 3 years ago.
All right.
Jay?
3 months ago.
Well, July is the answer.
Wow.
That's about close, Jay. Close.
Yeah.
But Lex was right. I was in the mood to buy lamb, and then I was not in the mood to make it. Not yet.
This has nothing to do with anything, but earlier we were talking about the movie Hook. Jason has the same hair that
Rufio?
no, well, you have Rufio basically Peter Pan hair right now.
Oh, yeah. Look at him.
I always have Peter Pan here.
Is that from Hook?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Also, there was something else that was in there that I like.
Bob Hoskins.
Dude, that people talk about Dustin Hoffman's best movies. That's his best performance. Don't try to stop me, Smee. Don't try to stop me, Smee. Stop me, Smee. Stop me, Smee. That's his best. He is the best Captain Hook maybe that ever was.
You know what?
Yeah.
I do have Hook trivia.
Do it.
And it's that Dustin Hoffman and Bob Hoskins were talking about those characters, and they decided that they should play them as lovers.
Yes. Yeah.
Which is,
That's
I
true.
think, great.
That's the best Captain Hook. That's better than the Disney animated one. That's the best Captain Hook. So good.
Yeah,
It was great.
I'm going to put this lamb away, but I'll be right back.
Oh, while he puts that lamb away, we're gonna play. When do you think I got this bag of weed? This ounce of weed?
This
This
morning.
half ounce.
I will go.
I say you stole it from your brother this morning.
Yeah, probably last night.
Close.
Man,
Close. No,
I'm going to say Monday.
there's only this much left. So yeah, about Monday.
All right.
What's funny about that, Jason, is that's actually
Did Lex get to go? Did Lex get to go?
I guess this morning. He stole it from his brother.
Okay.
that game that Jason was just playing. That's actually it was Jesus' favorite game to play with the apostles.
When did I buy this wine? And I was like,
Yeah.
I did. It was water.
Come on, man. I'm surprised nobody's made that into a sitcom yet. Just Jesus and his 12 apostles.
There was a
Black Jesus.
Black Jesus. Yeah, I was gonna say, Jesus Hood.
I love that show.
That was good. Yeah.
I love that show because they managed to be like super funny, but they never undermined that he was Jesus. You know what I mean? They didn't they like totally honored it and still were like incredibly funny and like ratchet and man, I love that show.
It was like loveliness and the difficulty of being Jesus. He just wanted to make a community garden.
Yeah. That show was brilliant. Man, that show doesn't get enough credit because they could have easily done like such a cynical take on it, and they refused to do it. And they were still funny. I don't know how they managed it. The same guy who did Boondocks. Let's get that guy on here.
Yeah.
Aaron Magruder.
Speaking of getting people on here, it looks like Cecilia hasn't messaged us, but if anybody wants to come on, send us a message. And if you sound like somebody who is fun, we'll bring you on. Right?
Yeah. That's the criteria. If
Everybody's fun.
Sounds boring, we're not bringing it up.
Yeah, there should be criteria. But not even fun, or just, I don't know, nice. Fun or nice. We want somebody fun or nice.
Sounds good.
Huh?
We'll make it fun. You don't have to just be nice to us, and we'll make it fun for you.
Yeah, that's good. I like that. That's better. Don't be mean to us.
Yeah. If we let you on our show, don't be mean to us.
That's really. I mean, what else do you want? That's really very specific and very thorough. If we let you in our show, that'd be funny if you say that to anybody who comes in your home. If I let you into my home, don't be mean to me.
That's a great way to invite a vampire into your house. I'm gonna let you in, but just don't be mean to me.
And it's funny because maybe they'd have to honor that.
Maybe, yeah.
Well, yeah. We don't know the full-on codes. It might be like a subsection of the invitations.
Yeah.
Man, I wonder. I feel like that's really an irresistible request. I think if you really ask that of people, they have to honor it because it's something about it so so simple.
Yeah, so simple, so simple,
You
and yeah, obvious too, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, can I tell this story? I will.
Yeah.
Yesterday, Anya and I went to a cafe, and I don't know if you guys know this about me, but I can be brusque sometimes.
I've heard you tell me that.
Yeah. So I went to we've been traveling, and we have electronics, and we don't really know how to charge them, or and I I'm addicted to the internet, and I was like, I want to check my Facebook and stuff. So we went to the cafe, and they were like, when we opened the door, there was a desk right in front, so you couldn't eat inside, which I thought we were doing indoor dining, but you couldn't. And then they opened the door and they like walked away, and they were making coffee and stuff, and they were kind of far from us. So I'm thinking like, oh, they're busy. Let me just tell them what we're interested in quickly. And so, Anya was kind of talking to them, and they're like, what do you need? And I was like, listen, all I'm interested in is an outlet and Wi-Fi. And the guy who was working, we were talking to the lady, and then the guy sort of stepped in and he's like, that's not information that I would really have, so I don't think we can help you. And I was just like, I didn't realize that I was like being very like, I want to say like New York. Like I thought I was doing them a favor by telling them like, hey, if you give us these things, we're gonna buy food here. You know what I mean? But they were just like, basically, please leave. And I didn't realize it.
I didn't know what brusque was. I didn't know what that term was, but now in context of the story, I understand, I think.
Yeah, it's terrible. Just like very short and like direct. But yeah, I thought it was helping them because it seemed like they were like in a frenzy of like trying to fill out orders.
Hey, real quick, we didn't notice it at the time, but people on the Facebook chat were posting guesses for how long for the food and how long for the weed. And well, I just want to say that if you were right or not.
now they know. Now they know.
Yeah.
Thanks for playing along at home.
That's right. And David Edkin is coming on. He said he wants Bill Seger to come on too, but let's bring on Dave Edkin.
Yeah.
He was on before on his birthday. If you guys.
That's what I was going to say. We haven't seen him since his birthday.
Yeah.
Noise.
Oh wait, I'm looking at the stream of the open mic on my Facebook. Sean Taylor was on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You guys, if you guys can do it when you're on the road, you guys should do it. If you want.
Yeah, I want to do it.
I'm just saying.
Can I tell a pizza story?
Yeah, sure.
Oh shoot.
Give it up for David Edkin. Here he comes. Turning on
Woo!
that camera. Pretty soon. I still want our Wilmington to come on, possibly. Or maybe just message us cool things about Wilmington.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of want to go because I feel like there's energy there now because the president-elect is living there.
It's probably better to watch the inauguration from there than to go.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to go to the inauguration, but hey.
Morning, guys.
Wow, it looks like the boss just joined.
I'll be wondering, is this going to be a good meeting or a bad meeting? I should apologize. Not only am I not stoned, but I'm having a second cup of coffee. So if anything, I'm hyper focused.
That's cool.
And my right brain is probably not going to be as limber as yours.
Okay, good to know.
Neither of my
Things
books.
happen. I really like
how
the.
limber our response was.
I'm stoned enough for all of us.
Yeah.
I really like that that hook trivia about Hoffman and Hoskins.
Mm.
And I feel like there's some tie-in between the whole Lost Boys thing and you were talking about Biden earlier, and I don't know, it feels like who are the real adults in the Peter Pan story?
Mm.
Like, are the pirates feel like they're more childish in some ways than the kids?
Yes.
And I feel like the pirates have been running the country for a while.
I think the Lost Boy who made Peter Pan smile was the real hero of the whole movie.
There you are, Peter.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think his name was. Oh, what was his name? I want to say Patches. That's not it.
Mm.
I gotta look it up. What was that kid's name?
Was it Marbles?
No,
Because he lost his marbles?
The guy
no,
who
that
lost
Toodles
the
lost his marbles.
Oh.
Which one are
Okay.
you talking? Are you talking about somebody specific? Sorry, I got a text
Hold
in the
on.
middle of it.
Hold on.
The Lost Boys.
Was it Peter?
No,
It
Are you
was a
thinking
cat.
about the guy who became the leader, or we just one in particular that you're thinking of?
No, it was the kid who put his hands on Robin Williams' face and made him smile and was like, there you are, Peter.
There you are, Peter. There you are. That one, Peter.
That one.
Peter.
That's the one.
Peter, there you are.
I think his name was
The old
Italian.
Italian man who,
Yeah, Italian Patches.
yeah.
Mario. With Mario.
Yeah.
His name was Mario.
Geez,
I'm gonna find that kid. I'm gonna find which kid that was.
we're all
It was a chubby black kid. It was a chubby black kid.
No, he wasn't. No. That wasn't the chubby one. It was a little, really tiny kid.
Oh, yeah.
we're all waiting with bated breath for
Yeah.
Brad to find this answer.
I'm gonna find it. I will not rest.
While we wait, I'll say my other favorite Hoffman role was as Mumbles in Dick Tracy.
Yes.
Ooh,
Yes.
that's the one I
Yeah.
forgot about.
Remember, like they're trying to figure out what he's saying, and Dick slows down the wire tape recorder, and they're actually able to understand what Mumbles is saying.
I've got some good movie trivia. I feel like David is the only person who would be excited by this, but I went to see that on opening night at midnight because my dad and I bought T-shirts.
That's great, man.
Do you remember?
What?
I think we've actually talked about this before, where you were, if you bought a T-shirt, if you went to the movie theater and bought a T-shirt, you were allowed to see it opening night at midnight. And I begged my dad to go, and he was just like not happy about it because he had work the next day.
You did not tell me that. That's great. It's such an interesting choice to get like really fanatical about, like being a fan of.
I thought it was going to be a great movie. I also liked Madonna.
Sure. And they were an item for a while, I think.
Right.
What movie was this?
Dick Tracy.
Dick Tracy.
Oh, wasn't it good? Wasn't it supposed to be a good movie?
It was visually good.
Um,
I remember. I think I saw it in the theater as a kid, but I didn't care.
Yeah.
I remember reading how they only used 4 colors because the comic strip was 4-color, like comic strip. I guess and so in the movie they only would use 4 colors or shades of 4 different colors in
Come
every.
on. They had to have used more colors than that.
No, just
I don't
4.
think so.
Look
Wow.
it up.
Hey, the actor's name was Thomas Tulloch. He played. Oh man, I just closed it.
That doesn't sound
little.
Italian.
Too little.
Thomas Tulloch was too small. The kid who
Too
did
small.
the "There You Are, Peter," his name was Pockets,
Pocket.
and his name was Isaiah
Pockets
Robinson.
McGee.
I was wrong. I just guessed on the face. I was trying to get there before Ralph. Like,
No,
the smallest
I've had
kid.
it for a while.
Oh, you were holding on to it.
Well, I wanted to finish the Dick Tracy's bit.
Ralph had the name Pocket in his back pocket.
Maybe that character was like always pulling things out of his pocket and just holding them up and saying, "Oh, there you are, bubble gum. There you are, string."
Yeah.
Dude, that movie was so magical. I can't even believe how magical it is.
Oh, hey, I just had this is I don't know, kind of interesting. I just had a reminder come up on my phone because Justin Peters and Kelly Buttermore want to be on the show next week.
Oh,
I put out a reminder in my show so I didn't forget they want to be on next week. So I'm also telling you guys that we have 2 people who want to be on the show next week.
I think I know somebody else. I think I know 2 other people want to be on the show next week, and I can't remember who they are.
Oh, okay.
Ah, shoot.
Cool.
look at us,
Yeah.
already booking shows.
Yeah.
It is nice because people have been hitting up to get on.
Well,
Dave, what's going on? How's your quarantine going? You're in New York, so you're full quarantine, correct?
We're actually like 20 miles north of Manhattan now, so before the quarantine, I mean, I still miss New York a lot. I really do, but there's no denying the advantage of being in the suburbs, and having a yard, and a trampoline in the yard.
You can have a yard sale and sail the trampoline.
Yeah.
I'll never sell that trampoline.
One of the advantages, though. It's just one of the advantages. The options are there.
Dare you?
That was a really great.
How are you guys doing, Lex? And as a side note, Lex, I really want to caution you against, and this is serious, against eating soup that's been heated up inside a plastic bag that's, I'm guessing, probably not an FDA approved container for heating. I mean, doing it once probably is no big deal, but if this is like your morning routine where you eat stuff that's been heated up inside a plastic bag, I would say change your routine.
No, it was bought warm and then put into a plastic bag. And
But even if they put it in warm, it's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I worry.
Thank you. That's an interesting thing. Most things they do put plastic. One of the funniest things I find is like you could buy a banana here in Thailand at 7-Eleven and they'll put it in a plastic. They'll put it in 2 more plastic bags. It's the one fruit that already has its own container.
Yeah.
You could easily pick up a banana off the ground and have no problem eating it, right?
It's not the only fruit. You're wrong.
Is an avocado
the same thing.
Oranges have their own container.
Watermelon.
Yeah, watermelon, coconut, any melon has its own container. I feel like
the skin's not as thick, is what Lex is trying to say.
No, it's easily accessible. Like you don't have to, like it doesn't get all super
I think
messy.
what we're learning is that Lex eats the entire orange.
Which is another thing that you could advise against, Dave.
Down on its own.
Like a chimp.
I have the brightness on your computer go down on its own. The fuck?
Ralph, are you asking Anya for answers again? What's going on over there?
Yeah, the brightness of my.
Cheat codes.
Cheat codes.
You guys ever cheat on a test as a kid?
I promise this is the one time I can remember cheating is I consciously was like, I'm going to cartoonishly look over this person's shoulder, like almost like a joke.
Mm-hmm.
And I did, and I got caught. And I was like, yeah, I know. And he got really mad. He was like, no, you were really trying to. I was like, who would try to cheat like this? And he really got mad. And I like lost, like, I don't know if I failed or I don't remember the ultimate, like, cause the emotions now got involved. Like, how do you not realize that this is a joke? I'm like going like this over the guy's shoulder.
It's like the Basic Instinct defense. Like she wrote the book about the exact crime that she committed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's really, first of all, Lex, that story is very Lex to me, but also it is like, I think we've all been through that. And that is really wild that somebody was just like, this wasn't a joke. When something was a joke, it's so crazy that can happen. Someone's like, no, you were being serious.
Oh.
It's like, are they doing it out of spite? Do they refuse to understand? It's so interesting.
Yeah.
Hey, now that David Edkin is here, David, do you want to play Is This Gross?
I do, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, good.
You gotta find him something new though, Sean.
And we encourage everybody at home to try to guess too.
So
Yeah, everybody should be playing with themselves right now.
are there objectively correct answers to this, or is it just,
No, I don't
It's
think so.
really-
And
are you trying to learn more about me, or am I trying to learn more about you?
I think a little of column A and a little of column B.
Okay,
What an insightful question.
Yeah.
thanks.
I think also play it the way you want to play it. Although you can't show anybody what you're seeing, you just have to.
I don't know what I did.
All right, it's
Did I-
sending. And
Okay, so I have to go back into Facebook?
yeah.
Okay. I will.
And Lex, you don't know if I sent him something that anyone else has seen yet. You don't know.
Okay.
I know.
See, this is interesting because I think you really started out with a bang. Because I think you could. This is like one of those. Is it a cat? Is it a duck? Sort of, no, is it a bunny? Is it a duck?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay.
Like part of you look at it one way, it's like, oh, that's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Look at another way. You know what? Who am I? I'm going to say it's not gross.
Okay, good. All right.
Because that's how woke I am about.
Whatever that was.
Very yeah. All right. Well, we saw some gross things and we saw some not gross things. That's good.
All right.
I want to play the game. Hold on, I'm gonna send you guys a picture.
Oh, all right. Cool. You're sending it to all of us?
Yeah.
Send it to me and then I'll send it to David.
Right.
And then Dave, you can send it to Jason.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we'll respond first, but then we'll have a delayed response from David, which will be fun.
I can't.
It'll be fun.
Yeah.
All right, here it is.
Okay. Waiting.
Sending it now.
Okay. I like that there's built-in anticipation in this because we have to wait for it to send.
Gross or not gross?
Whoop! I just
Let's
got
see.
something.
Oh, not gross. Come on.
Oh,
That's
I
great.
like it. Yeah.
This is sweet.
Now, all right. Now I'll send it to David.
Everyone at home, I sent them a picture of violent diarrhea.
You can't ruin it. I didn't send it to David yet.
Oh, shoot. Well, he'll know.
Know
Yeah.
me anyway.
Hold on. It's taking a while to download.
It must be a real high quality image.
Yeah. Here we go. All right. We're still working out the kinks.
Sharona.
While you're
that's
doing
not
that
gross.
one,
That's sweet.
Yeah, sweet.
That was like the one thing that can we refer to it obliquely or
No,
I guess
only obliquely, yes.
okay.
I just sent one. I just sent one to you guys.
I think that was the one thing that made him really happy or really like calmed
Oh yeah.
the
Therapy.
demons in his soul.
I think Lex wins. He sent the most truly gross thing.
No,
I'm sending it to Dave right now.
I'm kind of disappointed.
Oh, shoot.
That is gross. That is gross.
I'm unmoved.
Unmoved?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm unmoored.
low hanging fruit. Did I send it? I tried to send it to Dave, but I.
Yeah, no, you sent it to me. It reminds me of Duchamp's This Is Not a Pipe.
Good read. Yeah.
It's the coffee talking.
Hey, you're on fire.
Turn it off, and I think it's better on.
That coffee. Ralph, what are you talking about? Some
This guy.
oh.
So Lex, I heard that I read yesterday that it's been crazy over there with protests again.
It happens. Yeah. I just we haven't but I mean I haven't really been that involved. for I'm glad that they keep doing protests because I think that they do need some changes and people. I'm just a fan of anybody getting together and trying to change something, so that's nice. But I don't know if it's. I don't hear of any kind of real movement on it. I think they had some kind of. This is that's what's weird is they pushed for like a rewriting of the constitution here in Thailand and they wanted some things changed, but when you ask, I read the article and it's already gone now, like from my head, because it doesn't particularly matter to me. But I do know this is what's interesting. The populace doesn't really know what they're really demanding. They just want to protest. It's like I think they saw America do it. They thought it was cool, and so now they're.
Well, there's got to be legitimate angst that they have. They might not know what they want to happen. They just know what's happening is bad. I feel like, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's mainly led by students right now. So I think one of the things that I keep telling when I have to teach kids is like, if you really want, quote unquote, if you want democracy, then the best thing you could do for your country is get as well educated as possible, because uneducated, if you're uneducated, you'll be used, and if you're not and if you are educated, at least you'll know what the hell you're doing. You could be fully conscious of what you're doing.
It's like that. The protest is like that Marlon Brando film, The Wild One, where the lady's like, "What exactly you're protesting against?" And Marlon Brando goes, "What do you got?"
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm about. As I get older, I become more and more of an anarchist. Anyway, but what was it? It was they. What?
I think you're becoming more and more of an amnesiac.
Yeah, that could be it too.
My mom, when I was growing up, had a big poster of Brando from The Wild One, and it was strange because she wasn't the kind to like have, and she was an adult woman. It was just it's sort of this incongruous detail of my childhood, but it was him from The Wild One with the leather and the hat, and it was in the basement, so it wasn't like out for everyone to see. But
wow,
everyone likes a bad boy.
Even moms.
Even moms.
What did your dad have hanging up?
You had a picture of Brando from Last Tango. With a stick of butter.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Hey, there he is. Whoa.
Yeah.
That's pretty fly, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. He had
pretty fly for a while like that.
Ralph had to go to Tumblr to find that photo.
That's a Marlon Brando's package in that picture is like disconcerting to me.
Yeah. Supposedly,
so What was that, Dave?
Supposedly.
No, the trivia on him, at least as far as when he was in the play version of Streetcar, he apparently cut out the linings of his pockets, so when he put his hands in his pockets, he could touch himself.
Oh.
Because he thought Stanley was a very sexual, creature.
Wow.
And apparently, maybe he did that in all his movies. I don't know.
Lex has different light on him. Is that just from the computer screen lighting him up? You have different. Yeah. Oh wow. Yep. We should better lighting for you is us doing Google searches. We should.
This guy should have also played The Wild One.
You look great. Wow. American hero.
Rick Moranis would have played a great Marlon Brando.
I'd watch that. That would be fun to watch.
Would be fun.
Rick Moranis as Marlon Brando as Stanley Kowalski. And the name of the play is Why.
Why?
I'd watch it.
Yeah.
Dave, how was your Thanksgiving? Do you have any Thanksgiving updates or non-Thanksgiving updates?
It was good. This was the first time I didn't have it with my mom for many, many years. Maybe only the second time in my life. She really wanted to play it safe. But it was nice. We went to my in-laws because we're all sort of potted up together, and I made a nice flourless chocolate cake, and it was just very low key. We ate outside. The weather cooperated, and we're all just looking forward to like next year. And sort of, I think the whole world is already like making these bucket lists of like what we're all going to do when we can. It's just going to be like the biggest orgy, not even just a sexual orgy, just like an orgy of like socialization and getting together. I'm looking forward to it.
Bacchanalia.
Yeah, truly. I don't know if you guys saw this, but someone posted a photo where they had photoshopped a bunch of magnet theater performers all into the audience, and even though it was Photoshop, it looked very convincing, and it would just made me, think again about someday we'll be able to get back to live theater and kind of getting everyone back together, and that'll be really nice, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a controversial. Oh, here I'll show it real quick. There's photos that Dave is referencing. The theater that a lot of us who are currently on this show met at is some. Yeah, this is all photoshopped.
Yeah, I did like one person at a time. I already found the Easter egg though. There's a row where everyone in the row is Michael McLernan.
Oh. Is it this one or is it the other one? Maybe it's the other one.
I think it's the other one, yeah.
Yeah.
But
there it is. There, I'm cursoring over it. There it is. Yeah, very well done.
Yeah.
There we go.
Do you think once that is possible, once COVID is in the rear view, are you guys going to continue on with these Zooms, or will it become more of a live event? Because I think there's advantages to this, obviously. That
Yeah.
Hopefully both.
Yeah. I personally hope
live
I'm
while live.
Well, we were just talking about it last week individually, but I can do live performances in Thailand now. And I realized, why am I not doing a Stoner Morning Show here? So we're trying to figure out the logistics of that, but hopefully we can do something here live. And if you guys ever do something in New York, when I get back there, obviously I'd want to do something live, but I feel like it's grounding, honestly. Me this week, even though things are going really well, I was really looking forward to this because it's kind of like grounding and something that I'm consistently doing that makes me that you guys challenge me to be funny, because I know I have to be funny. You guys aren't being that funny. I gotta step up,
Yeah.
We'll teach you how to love again.
That's it.
I'm going the other way, David. Once quarantine is over, I'm gonna start doing this show from a landline.
We're gonna just
Dial-up.
we're all gonna get beepers and just
That could be something fun to do, where for just a day we post our phone numbers and it's just like people can talk to a stoner for a little bit.
Oh, there you go.
I could do that.
Maybe
That could be on our fans only.
Yeah, we need to get on that fans only thing, which we haven't done yet. Hey, Dave Edkin, we're gonna do a fans only.
What is that?
Or only fans.
Take it away, Jason.
OnlyFans?
Yeah.
Oh, but it's been popular among like the millennial like stripper girl who uses it for like Instagram to like get paid from like personal shoots and everything.
Oh, okay. So I got you.
It's a
So
social
it's
media.
just stuff for only your fans.
Right. So
It's
it's
the
sort of
equivalent
like
of Facebook.
This is our OnlyFans.
Sorry, it's Facebook or Instagram, but you have to pay to see somebody's page.
Yes.
like pay-per-view sort of,
Yeah.
or like that when Martin Scully bought that Wu-Tang Clan album.
It's
Perfect.
Yes.
It's sexy feet photos.
There you go.
At least mine is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we painting an accurate picture for you of what it
No.
is?
Yeah, I think so. And I'm on board, and you will get my money.
All right, good.
I think we would make a good OnlyFans page, and we could just do a page where we just like help people chill out.
Yeah.
Call us, if you need to chill out. We'll help you chill out.
We wouldn't need a disclaimer, that's for sure.
Would not
Yeah.
need a disclaimer, no, but I mean, why not put one up there?
Yeah.
We could disclaim like that we're promoting something.
Oh, okay. All right.
Why disclaim? Why not proclaim?
There you
Yeah,
go.
that's what I'm saying. A proclaimer. Not a
Mm,
disclaimer, a proclaimer.
yeah.
Use weed.
Yeah. I'm
All right. That's the first draft of the Proclaimer. Use weed as the first draft.
It's a claim. What's the term? There's some sort of claim term for like gold miners. Claim.
Claim hunters? No. Claim jumpers.
Claim jumpers.
Is that what it is?
I don't know. It just came into my head.
I just like gold miners. That's all. I don't know.
You're talking prospectors.
Gold prospectors. Yeah.
Miners.
So,
Yes.
Sean,
Yes.
can we talk a little bit about your show coming up?
My what?
Your Bob Seger show?
Yeah.
Oh. All right.
Oh, he's like, no.
Or can I also ask a related question, which is that
Okay.
the live show you did at the Brooklyn Museum,
Yes.
which I didn't get to see. I don't know how many people got to see it. Is there a recording of that somewhere, or is it just like going to exist only as a live show and never again?
I regret every day that I didn't record that whole set. I have a big chunk of it somewhere, but
Oh, I didn't know that. Ralph saw it. It was good, right? I told everyone I was going to do an amazing 10 minutes, and it was. I
it
feel
really was. I want you to talk about where did because it wasn't even like you did a bit like technically this is my best. It was just like a really good 10 minutes.
I'm more happy to talk about this than the Bob Seger show, which is something I wanted.
Sorry.
I was at home stoned, and I just thought of a funny thought, and then it made me think of other funny thoughts, and then I was sitting there at home alone. I was just like, "Holy shit! I just wrote a great 10 minutes."
Wow.
I will do it again. I don't want to do it on a virtual show because I feel like that is such a good live set.
Did it work out? Did it work out in your head the way it worked out? Like, did it actually come out?
Yeah.
Good.
There was one thing in it that I forgot to do that tied two other things together. I forgot to do that. But I will share, just to give more confirmation of what Ralph said, that it was a good 10 minutes. I was with a young woman that night, and she doubted that it was going to be good. She thought I was like playing a prank.
Yeah, well, I thought you were just doing not a prank, but a silly Sean thing.
But her response was, "That was really good."
Nice.
That was really good. It was very I felt like it was a good review.
Are you gonna do that set again in the future?
Yeah, I don't know if I want to do it on a virtual thing though. I feel like it's live worthy. I don't know.
Right.
Ralph, what do you think? You saw it.
You're right.
Okay, yeah.
What was that? Oh, this is
How many years in the future will you do it?
He'll do it on our fans only page.
Whoa.
Maybe,
okay.
maybe.
Ralph, what do you got?
I think speaking of things we're proud of, I want to tell you guys this story. I think I told Sean this story, and this is a trick I played on my students because I've always wanted to do this. So basically, I teach improv at Brooklyn College, and for the BFA for the acting conservatory kids, I'm their acting 1 class. I'm their intro to acting class, right? And the whole semester, I never talked about acting. I've just been teaching them improv, which I personally think is like, it makes no sense to me that that's not the first acting class that people get. Your first acting class should be an improv class. Why would
What a great net.
Yeah.
What a great net.
And so, but I didn't talk about acting the entire class. We're like down to like the last 3 classes. And so I at the end of in the last hour of our last class, I was like, okay, so I just want to say, you guys know this is your acting one class, right? Uh, and so we haven't talked about this before. And you're probably all wondering what improv has to do with acting. So we played this game called You're Fired, where I gave them lines. I pair them up into pairs, and I give each person these lines. First person says, "You wanted to," comes into the screen. They're on Zoom. Comes on the screen, says, "You wanted to see me?" The next person holds up a piece of paper. The other person says, "I thought you weren't going to take that into account." The other person says, "I'm sorry, but you're fired." The other person says, "I didn't want the stupid job anyway." And so they have that script. And so each group comes in and they do that script. I bring two people on at a time onto the Zoom. They each do that script. And then I give them each, then I go, okay, that was great. You're going to do it again. And I give them each a secret. I type them each a secret. One of them is, it could be any secret. It could be like, you're slowly realizing you're no longer susceptible to gravity and you're freaking out. And the other one is, you just realize that this person is your son, and but you can't tell them. Right. And then they do that. And then the scene like pops for some reason, because one person is like trying to hold on to the wall and the other person is like trying to hold back tears. Right. And they're doing this game and they all go through and do this game. And at the end of the game, I go, we talk about the game and I'm like, okay. And so now in this game, was this game improv? And they were kind of like, I don't know. I'm not sure. And then I go, okay, what is the difference between this game and improv? And then one of the kids raised their hand and they go, well, we knew what we were going to say. And I was like, yeah, what else? What else is the difference between this and improv? And then they were quiet for like 30 seconds. And I went, the answer is nothing. See you next week.
Right. That ties in nicely too with the Hoffman Hoskins lover subtext.
Sure.
Yeah. Beautiful. Yeah, I think that's just like a small game they were playing inside. Yeah, I think the story was more impressive when I told it to Sean. But anyway,
no, it was good. It was good. I was just trying to think about how I could do an Italian accent in it, and so I didn't respond as quickly.
I just realized the name of that character. Well, I realized a while ago. I had it in my pocket, like pockets. The name of the character I was thinking of, the Commedia character, Lex, is called Pulcinella. Pulcinella is a chef. And he's very sweet and very dreamy, but he can also become very angry and ferocious. And he's always talking about how his wife is dead.
It's called oregano, not oregano. Get out of my kitchen.
I'm sorry for yelling. I am upset about my wife.
I had no clue Commedia had such sort of like strict character types.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's really fun. Like they have, they have a fool jester character. They have a magical. Hello. They have an old man like Mr. Burns. Like, yeah, exactly. OnlyFans.
David, did you know all this about Commedia? You're a very well-read person about a wide variety.
Yeah, in fact, a while back, I just picked up this old used book about Commedia dell'arte, and I never actually read it all the way through, but I kind of jumped in and around it. And I had been doing improv for some years at that point, and I had never really known about, the roots that it had in Commedia that go back centuries. There's like, I forget the name, but all the characters, like names and their traits stay the same. And I feel like maybe I read some issues of Sandman years ago that referenced Commedia dell'arte. But I'm trying to remember, there's like a female, like kind of jester type whose name escapes me. But yeah, you know who was into Commedia dell'arte? It was Taylor White. I think he might have even been the one who gave me the book.
Oh.
But that kind of went off the rails.
Ralph, I think you're hitting a microphone again, Ralph.
I just muted him.
Okay.
I was fondling it. Sorry.
Oh, there you are, microphone.
Fan only page.
There you are, microphone. What was I gonna say? David Edkin, do you have a favorite Bible story that makes you incredulous? That you're incredulous at?
A Bible story?
Yeah.
It's interesting. I'm not religious at all. I have some relatives who are quite religious and are, but are also like not like they don't let it affect their logic. If that's not too demeaning to all religions. And I was just thinking,
Sorry.
there's a great book by the sci-fi author Stephen Brust called To Reign in Hell, which is sort of like a prequel to the Old Testament, which I recommend. It's almost like it ends where the Old Testament begins, but then once you've read this sci-fi or fantasy book, that you kind of look at the Old Testament in a completely different way. You look at the character of Yahweh or God in a completely different way, and Satan and all those other, it kind of posits the question of like, you have all these supernatural beings that just sort of crop up throughout the book of Genesis or later in the Old Testament, but they were doing stuff before the heaven and the earth was created.
Sure.
I don't know if that exactly answers your question. I've always had problems with what is it? Is Deuteronomy the one where it's like, that's the one with all these like mandates which are ridiculous about like you can't wear clothing made from two different kinds of plants, and you can't round the corners of your head, like the hair. I've always like looked at, and I'm like, again, I'm not like a Bible scholar, so but there's a lot of crazy stuff in there. Oh, there's the whole thing with Lot's wife and the pillar of salt, and
I think Bible scholars will also admit there's a lot of crazy stuff in there.
Yeah, I would hope so. Like the thing about Lot's wife is that whole story is like, I'm pretty sure Lot like basically just gives his daughters away to be raped, like to just
he tries to,
yeah, and it's just like, but then he engaged in sodomy, and so that's why that was the problem. It wasn't like selling off his daughters as chattel to just like some.
That was not, if you learn that lesson, you're wrong. You can still sell your daughters after that fact. It just don't take it up the butt.
Yeah, I guess that's the lesson.
Oof. Okay. Well, David, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me. I'll see myself out. I knew I was going to step on some toes with that one.
No.
Don't let the door.
No, I need to go anyway. But
daughter.
It is always great to talk to you guys, and
of course,
you've done 2 holiday shows. You did your birthday, and then you did Thanksgiving.
Oh wow!
Yeah, and now I fully expect to be brought on for every holiday, every major holiday.
Do it. Yep. Once you called it out,
it's
a pattern.
All right. Be well, guys.
Thanks, David.
Right. Take care.
Take care.
Real quick, did you guys know that Noah shagged his daughters too? Just since we were talking about that other stuff, do you know that?
Oh,
yeah,
really?
Yeah. Noah, after the boat, they got him drunk, and he was in a cave, and he had a 3-way with 2 of his daughters. Yeah. Noah got
I hope he put that on his OnlyFans page.
He's like, I fucked with my 2 girls. I fucked them good.
He's Italian.
That confirms that there's a lot of messed up stuff in the Bible. That's good.
We did it.
Yeah.
We did it. This was a nice one, guys. I like this.
Nice. I was excited to just hang out with you guys. It's the reason why we do the show.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Jason, what's I don't know. What's happening next week? I know we don't know, but we should leave with a little bit of a tease.
We're having Jonathan, right? And your friend on next week?
Kelly and Justin.
You said it alone for it. Justin, sorry.
Yeah.
I want to see if we can get Jay Dell on next week too.
That'd be nice. He said he's ready.
Ooh, cool.
Me personally too, in Bangkok, if anybody watches this after the fact, I am headlining at Comedy Club Bangkok on Friday, and the Secret Show on Saturday. I'm headlining 2 shows this week. So it's a stoner show. The Saturday show is dope. It's going to be a pot heavy.
Right.
Heavy.
Mm.
There you
That's a
go.
good note to end
Ralph?
with. Heavy.
Anything?
Me? Oh, my
And life.
mixtape comes
Yeah.
out the 13th. Brooklyn Petting Zoo.
Yeah.
Thank you. I brought up Sean's thing, and I don't want to bring up yours and then be like, oh, I shouldn't talk about that.
No, it's all right. Precious Gorgeous, Brooklyn Petting Zoo. It's at Precious Gorgeous Ralph, RALF, PreciousGorgeousRalph.com. You can check out my other music there now.
Yeah.
Yow.
I'm doing a show about Bob
Also,
Seger.
follow him and Anya on Instagram
Yeah.
at their Stand By Their van tour.
Yeah. Bob Seger.
Bob Seger.
Yeah, I'm doing a show on Bob Seger that I was kind of tricked into doing. I don't know. I'll talk more about it. Whatever. It'll be fine. I don't know. Nobody's excited? Why is nobody's excited for it? I don't know.
I'm excited.
Nobody gets excited for Bob
why I
Seger.
mentioned
They
it.
just they enjoy it. They enjoy it, but nobody's like, "Whoa, Bob Seger rule!" You know, nobody's screaming.
Right.
He's not a rowdy kind of crowd. They're just like,
You're gonna change that, Sean. You're gonna change.
Yeah.
Well, you should listen to the live albums because they actually are like that.
Rowdy?
But back in the day, nobody now though. But
top song from Bob Seger.
what's that?
Top song from Bob Seger. I know we're a minute over.
Oh, "Beautiful Loser" is my favorite one. I think "Beautiful Loser."
All right.
Old Time
All right.
Rock and Roll sucks. That's a shitty song.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
All right, you guys. I'm gonna
Okay.
let you go because I'm being called into
Oh
the
yeah.
afterworld.
All right. I'm gonna
See
stop.
that?
Yeah. All right.